Peace, peace. Good morning, good morning. What's going on? What's going on? We in the building. Yeah, salute to the members, salute to the members, salute to the supporters, salute to the subscribers, salute to the chat, salute to everybody watching behind the scenes, salute to everybody who catch this on the replay. It's your host and your DJ Holla. Oh, Henny, I see you. Tiara, salute. So y'all know this morning, I came across a couple of things, and what was it? I think I found out about Boosie took a plea deal or something like that. Diddy was denied bail, and y'all know GloRilla and Soulja Boy got locked up. Flat Earth, what's going on?
A second judge has officially denied Diddy's bail in the sex trafficking case.
New developments in the gun case against a Louisiana-based rapper who was arrested in San Diego last year.
The New Orleans rapper Boosie Badass has accepted a plea deal in his federal gun possession case.
I'm just glad that it's over. Thank God, thank my attorney. Yeah.
Well, this arrest of rapper GloRilla has a lot of people talking. Forsyth County deputies went out to her home as burglars ransacked it and shots were fired. They got away, but she was the one who ended up in handcuffs.
Soulja Boy, best known for his 2007 hit Crank That, Soulja Boy, was a passenger in a vehicle when officers allegedly spotted a gun, leading to his arrest on suspicion of being a felon in possession of a firearm.
So yeah, now some people feel some type of way about the Diddy being denied bail. They saying it wasn't a violent crime, but some people are saying he's a flight risk. So that's for y'all to decide. As far as Boosie, now Boosie had a trial, and I think he like beat the trial or got dismissed or something like that, and then they brought it back up. I'm not sure how that worked. But now he took a plea, something like that. I'm not sure. If anybody else know anything about that, you know what I'm saying? You can leave a comment. Got any questions? As far as GloRilla. Now the GloRilla situation, I think she wasn't even home. I think they burglarized her home, and I guess somebody in the home had a firearm and tried to defend the home. Shots were fired. The burglars got away, and then when the police came, they smelled marijuana. I guess they found marijuana in her closet, a substantial amount, and now she's charged with that. I guess she turned herself in. But some people feel some type of way about that because she's the one who was the victim or in the crime. So some people feel some type of way about that. As far as Soulja Boy got pulled over in a car. There was a gun in the car. I guess he got charged with the gun. I guess he's a felon, but they said it was other people in the car, so they don't know. Usually when a car get pulled over, if nobody claimed the gun, everybody get taken down or the driver. So I think Soulja Boy was a passenger. So I don't know what's going on with all that, but yeah, that's what I found out. Let's see what he's saying in the chat. Is a ritual most rappers go through. I mean, I guess people have that outlook on the whole industry and selling your soul and things of that nature. Like I believe that to an extent. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it goes a little too far. Boosie basically said he was tired of fighting the case, but he don't know what we pleaded on to it. Oh, okay. So as far as Diddy, I think he was denied bail twice.
A second judge has officially denied Diddy's bail in the sex trafficking case.
Yeah, so he was denied bail twice, so I don't think Diddy is going to be coming out until his trial. I mean, to his sentencing, and it is what it is, I guess, ladies and gentlemen. As far as the Boosie thing, I don't know, because I swear he fought this case already. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. But I guess he's gonna be doing some time unless they give him, probation or something like that.
New developments in the gun case against a Louisiana-based rapper who was arrested in San Diego last year.
The New Orleans rapper Boosie Badass has accepted a plea deal in his federal gun possession case.
I'm glad that it's over. Thank God, thank my attorney. Yeah. Just really.
See, now what I don't understand is how are these rappers getting caught with guns? Like they don't have security or a bodyguard or something like that. And I don't know. Now I understand, as far as if you out there, you feel you in danger. Me personally, I might want to have my own weapon just in case, because you never know, especially if you got higher security or bodyguard. You don't know if they're gonna put their life on the line for you. One of your homeboys, but you know how that go. Diddy was denied bail because he cannot prove it is of imminent need for his release. But he's saying he's being fed maggots. Oh, and I heard something about him being threatened or something. I'm not sure. Cali, salute. What's going on? Salute. Bobby Ramos is in the building. Now, as far as GloRilla, I don't know. She's being charged with marijuana possession. But as I said, she wasn't home at the time. Her home was being burglarized. Somebody was defending the home. Shots were fired. The burglars got away, but then they smelled marijuana and she had to turn herself in, even though she wasn't there.
Well, this arrest of rapper GloRilla has a lot of people talking. Forsyth County deputies went out to her home as burglars ransacked it and shots were fired. They got away, but she was the one who ended up in handcuffs.
So we got a couple rappers, going through legal things. I mean, I guess that's what it is now. Most rappers go through legal problems and issues. Is trending. As far as Soulja Boy, as I said, he was a passenger in the car. I don't know if they found the gun on his person. There was other people in the car, so I don't. We gotta wait for further information.
Soulja Boy, best known for his 2007 hit "Crank That," Soulja Boy was a passenger in a vehicle when officers allegedly spotted a gun, leading to his arrest on suspicion of being a felon in possession of a firearm.
So yeah, Miss Street Queen in the building. Well, if anybody, Mecbeck, how you doing, Miss Mecbeck? We gonna, I'm gonna drop the call line if anybody want to come up here. But I'll say this, right? So yesterday I was doing a live, and you know, sometimes I have the organized panel, and I have the call line. Call line is usually like one at a time because you know I don't want people to go back and forth and cut each other off and stuff like that. The panel, the organized panel is something different, but sometimes I'll drop the link and I'll do a panel, but this is just off instinct. So I gotta stop doing that. So yesterday, my bad. I should have just did the call line and kept it moving. So yeah, I'm gonna drop the call line today. As I said, if it comes to an organized panel, there's certain people that participate in that. So, but like I'm gonna try to keep the call line strict. Yeah, so I'm gonna drop the members only, and then I'm gonna drop the call line. If anybody want to become a member, just hit that link. I'm about to pin to the top of the chat. I shall be right back.
A second judge has officially denied Diddy's bail in the sex trafficking case.
New developments in the gun case against a Louisiana-based rapper who was arrested in San Diego last year.
The New Orleans rapper Boosie Badass has accepted a plea deal in his federal gun possession case.
I'm just glad that it's over. Thank God, thank my attorney. Yeah.
Well, this arrest of rapper GloRilla has a lot of people talking. Forsyth County deputies went out to her home as burglars ransacked it and shots were fired. They got away, but she was the one who ended up in handcuffs.
Soulja Boy, best known for his 2007 hit Crank That Soulja Boy, was a passenger in a vehicle when officers allegedly spotted a gun, leading to his arrest on suspicion of being a felon in possession of a firearm.
We are back. So now, as far as Soulja Boy, if he was in possession, was he in possession? I don't know. I got to see more into the case and all that. I don't really know too much about the case, but Trump said most likely won't. Oh, Trump is supposed to be pardoning Diddy? Oh, yeah, I ain't know about that. Anybody know how much time Diddy facing? I don't even know. To tell you the truth, like I said, I don't really be paying attention too much to the celebrity news and gossip. But for those who do, any information, like people in the comments, who watch it after, the show after, you got any information, anything I got wrong, put it in the comments. Because Diddy turned on the presidential election. See, yeah, I don't know nothing about that. Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a caller. Miss Tiara, good morning.
Grandest of the Risings, Holla, how are you?
I'm alive and free. I can't complain.
Amen to that. I know that's right. Okay.
Well, you know what? You are a panelist, so you are a panelist. You're more than a caller.
Yes.
So how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. I'm in very high spirits. I'm very happy. Don't ask why. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
So which court case do you want to start with first so I can give you the information? Because I pretty much know about everybody minus Soulja Boy, crazy tail self. Who you want to know about first?
Let's start with Diddy.
Okay, so Diddy's charge that he was convicted of can carry a sentence of, from what I believe, and this is from memory, I believe it's 10 years. But prosecutors want him to do only 4 to 5 years. So when he goes back to court in October, we will find out if maybe the judge will be a little bit lenient with his sentence. But from what I'm gathering, they're saying that he's definitely going to do some kind of time, but they don't think that he's going to get anything past like a year or two, depending on circumstance. But right now, while he's currently still incarcerated, he's submitted a few requests for bail, and they're arguing that the conditions at the MDC prison in Brooklyn are not conducive to proper survival, from random lockdowns where, you can't get in contact with your family or your attorneys, down to even the food that they serve, which is probably either expired or possibly has allegedly maggots in the food. And he's also alleging that they are trying to get at him while he's incarcerated. Like, they're really trying to break him down. So depending on what happens in the next, couple of weeks, again, October, before we know we'll technically be here. But yeah, 4 or 5 years, I believe, is the recommended sentence for him.
So is he getting time served or?
Yes, they're saying that he probably would more likely get credited with time serving. He's been there a year now. So let's just say roughly he gets sentenced to, let's say, 3 years. He's only going to have to do 2. But if he's been on good behavior, he might not even do that. But the maximum, I believe they want to see him charged with is anywhere between 4 and 5 years.
Wow. Only facts in the building. Wow. Okay. So you think he maybe will get probation or something like that? Or
it would be wild if they held him this long to only give him probation. That would be so petty if they didn't. Jesus. Oh, I know he would be so
charged with he's charged with like trafficking prostitutes or something like that.
It's basically a hefty prostitution charge. Let me see. Get you the exact charge. What? Let me see. 1 second.
Yeah, because I don't know is it that serious where he can't get like house arrest or something like that.
So here's the breakdown. So it says that he was convicted of 2 counts of transporting individuals for prostitution, which is a crime under the Mann Act. And he was found not guilty of S-word trafficking and racketeering conspiracy, which is the RICO Act. The prostitution charges carry a maximum of 10 years each, potentially totaling 20 years. But they only want him to, prosecutors only recommended 4 or 5 years, and he's supposed to go back for sentencing on October 3rd. Yes.
So and that's what I'm saying. It was it like, I know, it's weird, but is it that bad what he did? Like, because when I was hearing the trial, I'm hearing about bodies under the house, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hearing about pink cocaine and all types of, I don't know, like.
Well, okay, so the Mann Act is what is keeping him behind bars right now, okay? And that is an act that isn't really used very often, but basically because he was charged with transporting adults across state lines for basically what's considered to be illegal prostitution, that's what they're keeping him in there for. So with that being said, I mean, some people say, okay, there's no different than anybody that were, to do a call girl or be on the street and pick someone up. But because he transported from one state to the next, that's what's keeping him in there. So, yeah.
Well, so what do you think? Do you think that's a justified charge? Like, do you think that's, like if he does 5 years, do you think that's justified, or you think he should get more or less?
If we're going based off this particular charge that he's charged with, I don't think that 5 years would suit what he's done, because when we listen back at the trial, it sounds like there were some instances of willing participation, minus the other things that he was accused of. So, truth be told, if that's the charge he's being convicted of based off of what the jury said, I think a year, 2 years tops would be suitable. But I ain't gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna leave that other part of what's in my head alone. But yeah, based off the charge, I'd say 1 2 years tops.
Based off the trial. Based off the trial.
Thoughts about this man, but based off this, yeah, 1 year, 2 years. If it was a year,
believe me, I know.
Yeah.
That's why I asked the question just like that. New York Nikki in the building. What's going on? All right, so let's talk about who's next on the list? Boosie. Now, what's going? Didn't Boosie beat this case or something like that? Like,
okay, so what happened was the case was dismissed in 2024, right, but the prosecution refiled it. So that's why we had to go back to court, because I don't know if they found new evidence, but let me give you the details on that one. Hold on, let me go to my notes. Let's see. Boosie's plea deal. Plea deal. Keywords. Okay. So here we go. You can still hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, because I have one phone here and the other one here. So hold on. Okay, so he was first charged with illegal gun ownership in San Diego. It was briefly dismissed in 2024, but federal prosecutors later refiled the charges. So based upon that and him saying that he was tired of fighting the case, he had a conversation with his family, and he thought that the case was going to be over with, but he said, and I quote, "God don't make no mistakes," and he's tired of dealing with it. So right now it's not clear what exactly he's pleading to, but it says that a plea agreement was reached and the hearing is scheduled for August 26th. And the deal is not public yet. So, but you know how the internet works. We might find out what that deal was maybe before the 26th, but that's when we'll find out what he pled to and what he's actually going to be possibly will be serving time, probation, whatever. Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Wow. I wonder how is it possible could they like try him for a case that got dismissed, or they filed a new case.
So basically, yeah, so here's what happened. They basically refiled the charges, but he was first charged in 2023. Okay, June 2023 to be exact. He was charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm, and they spotted him with it tucked in his waistband in an Instagram video, which is a crime because he's not supposed to have any firearms because of the fact that he was previously convicted on drug charges in 2011. So because of that, he was not supposed to have any firearms, but Boosie being Boosie thought that he was, nobody was going to notice that little pum on his waistband, and they noticed it. So based upon that, that's how this all started. So the reason it was dismissed in 2024 was due to what they say, the evolving Second Amendment precedent around whether non-violent felons can be charged with this type of pum possession. But the prosecutors refiled the case with changes later that same month, and it was proceeding before the plea agreement was reached, and he's currently out on $100,000 bond. So that's what happened.
Wow. Man. That's deep. Well, I mean, I seen him trying. He stopped smoking weed. He was, you know what I'm saying? I seen him like trying, but it's always after the fact that we got to stop doing that. We start trying to clean up our act after the fact. You know what I'm saying? As black men, we got to start cleaning up our act before the fact,
I agree, but Boosie's always getting himself into some stuff. If he's not getting social media pages snatched, he's getting incarcerated. Boosie has to do better with his life. I mean, people got to stop putting their stuff out there on the internet and thinking that they are untouchable. That's one of the problems. People become so, egotistical in their dealings and their movements, and Boosie's not exempt. Like, he's constantly putting himself in positions to have things snatched, for him to get locked up. That man needs to focus on what he needs to do as far as his music he's releasing and, take care of his health. And that just has to be that. But he should have known better to think that social media was not going to get a snapshot of that pum. So unfortunately, his actions of doing too much landed him here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he stopped. He's trying that. Like after the fact, after this happened, he started trying to clean up and But yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So as far as Miss GloRilla, now GloRilla was charged with marijuana possession.
Yes. 1 second. Charges. We get her together. Miss Glo, I feel really bad for her though. I feel like that was a crock of bull. Like this man, I was so mad reading that. I was like, okay, so
Kenzo.
Let me see. Okay, so it says that she was recently arrested on felony drug charges following, as you said, the burglary at her home. They found a significant amount of Mary Jane and another controlled substance during their investigation. So it wasn't just the Mary Jane, it was something else was there. She was released on bond, and a Georgia lawmaker actually called for the charges to be dropped. And she was also arrested on a DUI back in April of 2024. So yeah, so this is like her second run-in with the law, but the Georgia lawmakers trying to make it so that where this case gets dismissed. So we'll see what happens. But there's been a few people that have called in to try to get her charges completely dropped because of what happened. So we have what does it say? A Democrat from Jonesboro, Georgia, said that he was disheartened by the arrest. No one, regardless of fame, background, or zip code, should fear being criminalized for doing the right thing. Unfortunately, stories like hers are not rare. Too often, victims of crime, especially Black victims, face the threat of arrest simply for seeking help from law enforcement. So, yeah, that's basically when they investigated the burglary. They found something else, but yeah. But they're trying to get the charges dropped. So, but she has really good lawyers. So I have a feeling that, like, even if they don't drop the charges, like, I don't think she's going to be doing any time or anything, but she just has to be mindful because, again, she did have that DUI last year. So.
Oh, so they didn't arrest her or they released her?
Let me see. She is released, so she's not still in jail or anything like that. I don't know how much her bond was, but she was arrested and then released. And then a lot of lawmakers are just trying to get the charges dropped. They're like, no, she was asking for help. She was burglarized, and in that they found these quote unquote substances. She shouldn't be held responsible for that based upon the fact that she was a victim of a crime. So that's what they're trying to do now to see if they can get this up out of here.
I heard she wasn't even home, something like that.
I don't think she was home. Let me see. Let's look that up really quickly. All right, here we go. This is the backstory. So let's get to the backstory. It says that deputies responded to her home on July 20th after reports of a burglary and possible pune fire. According to the sheriff's office, investigators detected the smell of marijuana and obtained a search warrant. They say they found a significant amount of Mary Jane in the master bedroom closet. She was not home at the time, but later turned herself in. She's facing charges of possession of a controlled substance and possession of more than 1 ounce of Mary Jane. So that's what happened. Yes.
Okay. And you said you don't really know nothing about Soulja Boy, right?
We can find out about his crazy tale. So hold on, I'll get to him. That's gonna be easy.
I tell you, man, you can't make this up.
I'll get to Soulja Boy. I'm the first one. Yeah, you're the first one to get locked up in 2020.
Oh no. Soulja Boy, Soulja Boy, he's always into something.
Always in jail. Always.
Yeah, that's crazy. You never expect Soulja Boy to be out of all of these gangster rappers, these drill rappers, Soulja Boy.
Oh, this is terrible. Oh, wow. It says that he was arrested after celebrating his 35th birthday. So, damn, happy birthday to you. Watch Candy, you go to jail.
Well, happy birthday, free Soulja Boy, man.
So it says Soulja Boy was arrested early Sunday morning after a night of celebrating his birthday when police found a firearm in a vehicle during a traffic stop. He was a passenger in a vehicle. Cops pulled over around 2:30 a.m. in Melrose. Officers spotted a gun inside the vehicle and later arrested him on suspicion of being a felon in possession of a firearm. Hold on, there's more. I gotta press the button. I hope. They don't know why the car was stopped as of yet. Then he previously did a video, so he don't need no security. That's besides the point. So yeah, that's basically it. But I don't know if he's out. So that was Sunday. Let's see if there's any updates since then. Weapons charge in Los Angeles, arrest on suspicion of weapons. Boop-de-boo. Yeah, it doesn't say if he's been released or anything. So he might. It would be crazy if he's still locked up with all that money he supposedly has. But yeah, but then we're gonna go back to his other thing that recently happened. He also was recently ordered to pay $4 million in an S-word assault case. Okay, so that's his most recent thing. He was found liable of assaulting a woman who said she was his assistant for over 2 years, and he has to pay her $4 million. But then here we go. Yeah, so he's gonna pay the $4 million. And then they said that they believe the entire process was tainted by a system that's not designed to protect the rights of the accused. He says that he's innocent, but he still was ordered to pay the $4 million. So that's his most recent legal trouble. But yeah, that's all we know about Soulja Boy. Tell him. Crank that Soulja Boy and sell what?
You can't make this up. You can't make it up. Man. Well, so I guess that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I have no other questions. Do you have anything else to add to this?
But well, conclusion. You know, I hope they drop GloRilla's charges. Out of all these people on here in orange jumpsuits, free my girl GloRilla from those charges. Let her go on about her life. We all know she does drugs, but damn it, she doesn't. This wasn't the problem here. She was robbed. She was reported. A robbery was reported. That's it. And y'all go get her for some weed. Like, I'm like, y'all looking for all the wrong things. Okay, find the robbers. Why are you? So what? You smell Mary Jane. What did that have to do with anything? She was robbed. Do your job. Like, now you're gonna turn the victim into a criminal? That's crazy. But yes, out of all these people up here, I want her to be vindicated. Get this off her so she can move on her happy life. Okay, but I have a feeling she's gonna be just fine. GloRilla's gonna be okay. She's gonna go on back to, tell my let her cook and all that. She's gonna be good. Diddy and his maggot food. Good luck. Boosie, I would love to know what he pled to. And Soulja Boy is just Soulja Boy. And go crank that Batman in cell block A, sir. Hope you get out though. That's it.
I'm done. Well, it's fine. So yeah.
They said that again.
But how do you, man? Okay.
I think that was me. My bad. I think my thing had dropped for a second. But yeah, that's all I have. I don't have any other information to.
Are you there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Let me drop because I think my thing's acting up again. Hold on.
Yeah, you kind of going in and out though. As I said, man, I appreciate you, Tiara. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the members. Appreciate all the supporters. Everybody in the chat. Everybody watching from behind the scenes. Everybody who catch this on the replay is your host, your DJ Holla. About to get up out of here. Salute. Appreciate y'all. Free the guys. We out of here.
Second judge has officially denied Diddy's bail in the sex trafficking case.
New developments in the gun case against a Louisiana-based rapper who was arrested in San Diego last year.
The New Orleans rapper Boosie Badass has accepted a plea deal in his federal gun possession case.
I'm glad that it's over. Thank God. Yeah.
Well, this arrest of rapper GloRilla has a lot of people talking. Forsyth County deputies went out to her home as burglars ransacked it and shots were fired. They got away, but she was the one who ended up in handcuffs.
Soulja Boy, best known for his 2007 hit Crank That, Soulja Boy, was a passenger in a vehicle when officers allegedly spotted a gun, leading to his arrest on suspicion of being a felon in possession of a firearm.